curves, his punches, where, you know, like the first few rounds, he throws very few punches.
He's just measuring. He's a computer, man.
Yep.
10th round, maybe by 4 or 5 points. So I'm very disappointed that I don't know what the judges saw. I really don't understand.
The whole way. So I don't know, man. I think it's bad judging. It's a competition as usual, I think. And every time for a reason.
Joe Rogan recently shared his thoughts on the Manny Pacquiao versus Barrios fight, expressing strong disagreement with the final decision. He highlighted how impressive Pacquiao looked in the ring, praising his quickness and shot technique even at his age. According to Rogan, Pacquiao consistently landed the cleanest shots and appeared to be in control for most of the bout. He admitted he was baffled by the judge's verdict in favor of Barrios, calling it frustrating and hard to justify.
But once he gets in there, he's hyper competitive. He wants to win at all costs. He's gonna put himself at harm's risk to make sure he gets that W, man. I've always liked Wonderboy.
I couldn't believe Kevin Holland decided to have a kickboxing fight with him. I couldn't believe Kevin Holland made a deal. No going to the ground. He's like, let's just stand up. Like, what are you saying?
I don't think Holland was gonna take him back anyways.
Well, I think you would try. I mean,
Holland would have been worse.
Fantastic jiu-jitsu guy. Holland's
the wrestling.
Yeah.
And that is like one of the things. He might have got stopped early if he went for a takedown. I think that's kind of what hurt Izzy in the Pereira fight, putting those takedowns up there. It takes a lot of gas. If you haven't been doing that for a lifetime, wrestling is one of the most draining things for the energy tank.
Without a doubt. I think Izzy, though, like he talked about that left leg getting compromised, the calf kicks.
Sean Gibbons was clearly outraged after the judges' scores were revealed. As someone deeply involved with Pacquiao's camp, he couldn't believe what he was hearing. In his eyes, Pacquiao had followed the game plan flawlessly, landing crisp combos, using smart footwork, and outworking his opponent. Gibbons called the result a total injustice, saying it not only disrespected Pacquiao's efforts, but also damaged the integrity of the sport by raising serious questions about judging and fairness.
By Manny Pacquiao's advisor, Sean Gibbons, here in Las Vegas. Sean, for many people, they felt that Manny had done enough to have his hand raised tonight. Felt like he rolled back the years and was going to be WBC champion once again. Was it to be a majority draw instead? So, how would you assess the fight? What are your reflections?
Well, I would assess it that to me, I was amazed. I've seen Manny in the gym, I saw him working, but until you see a guy in the fight, you don't know 100% what you're going to get. The guy was so smooth, relaxed. I had him like up going into the 10th round, maybe by 4 or 5 points. So I'm very disappointed that I don't know what the judges saw. I really don't understand.
So we've just had a press conference and you can see even though Manny doesn't, say it himself in his emotions, he's disappointed. How do you guys regroup from that, and what was the mood like in the dressing room after the fight?
It was just kind of disbelief a little, like, how does that happen? Why does that happen? Manny Pacquiao, at 46 years old, making history, vintage performance, gave it his all in the ring. And why, he's been robbed on a few occasions. Now, he's got a few, decisions that were close, that went his way. But the move was like just disbelief. Just like, why does it happen? I don't get it.
With the fight itself, what was you most pleased with from Manny's performance?
Was it?
With the fight itself, what was you most pleased with from Manny's performance?
Everything. The guy, for 46 years old and training 7 weeks, he had stamina.
Freddie Roach responded with both passion and clarity, standing firm in his belief that Pacquiao had done more than enough to secure the win. He wasted no time in demanding a rematch, pointing to Manny's precise punches and ability to control the tempo as clear signs of dominance. For Roach, Pacquiao showing outshine Barrios, and the only fair solution was to run it back. Even at 46, Roach's belief in Manny's abilities was as strong as ever. Various social media platforms, one message stood out loud and clear: Manny Pacquiao deserved the win. Fans and analysts alike praised his precision, defensive sharpness, and control of the fight's rhythm. The overwhelming view was that Pacquiao had clearly outclassed Barrios, making the official verdict difficult to understand. Many voiced concerns that decisions like this harm boxing's integrity and could further erode the trust between the sport and its global fan base.
So Manny Pacquiao versus Barrios ends in a draw. For me personally, I feel like Manny Pacquiao got robbed in this fight. I had predicted Manny Pacquiao to lose, but I do not think he lost this fight. Even though it wasn't perfect, I thought he pulled it out the bag. With his sheer tenacity, his veteran grit, we even saw flashes of that signature volume combination punching. He's super durable in this fight, and he even used mind games and tricks and tactics to get Mario Barrios off his game. Mario Barrios was distracted, he was hesitant, he wasn't throwing a lot of punches, he wasn't listening to his corner. And overall, even though it ended in a draw, I thought Manny Pacquiao should have won. This fight would have made history, and it's a real shame that it didn't. But comment down below and let me know what you guys thought about this fight.
Former world champion Sean Porter gave a detailed analysis of the bout and clearly sided with Pacquiao. He criticized Barrios for failing to assert himself or display the kind of strategic depth expected at the elite level. On the other hand, Pacquiao demonstrated layers of experience, using angles, feints, and well-timed combinations to dictate the action. Porter emphasized that Barrios appeared tentative, while Pacquiao remained composed and in control, making it tough to understand how several rounds were awarded to Barrios.
Sean, he may not have gotten him out of there in 3, but he looked like he damn near won the first 3 rounds. What you think of Pacquiao tonight? What do you think of the fight?
It was really hard for me to give Mario rounds. I thought that, Manny is a systematic fighter. He works, jab, 1-2s. He's always leading with the straight left. I don't feel like Mario took control, took charge at any points. I don't know if he outlanded him at any point in any rounds. It was hard. It's really hard to see from where I was at. But all in all, I just felt like if you had a meter, it was really swaying Manny's way the whole way. So I don't know, man. I think it's bad judging in competitions, I think. And I'm retired for a reason. I didn't retire because I couldn't get decisions, but simply put, there's a lot that goes on in this game that I don't agree with, and this just adds to my fire.
After the controversial outcome, fans began pointing out biased coverage of official media outlets. One user posted, "Even PBC's own highlights only show Barrios landing shots, even in rounds where Manny clearly had the edge." The comment sparked debate about possible agenda-driven editing, with some believing it aimed to shape public opinion away from what really unfolded in the ring. Teofimo Lopez also didn't hold back when sharing his thoughts. He firmly believed Pacquiao deserved the win. Lopez applauded Manny's work rate and clean punching throughout, stating that while Barrios had a few strong moments, they didn't compare to Pacquiao's consistent pressure and effectiveness. His reaction added fuel to the growing criticism of the judge's decision.
So, plus the commentators, I don't know what they talking about, how they saying it, but I scored a 9-3. Is there any way Barrios X out of that was highway robbery? Maybe the championship rounds, but even then, I felt like Pacquiao stole them at the end of each round. So, hey, I'm just a spectator tonight, you know what I mean? But it's good to see Manny at 46 going 12 rounds with a world champion. Gotta give him that. Well, you always talk about like some of the funny stuff. Seriously, why do you think that Pacquiao clearly won the fight in your eyes? They would make it a draw instead? I get in trouble, Sean. I get in trouble. I'm talking about these conspiracies. But nevertheless, hopefully we see him again. We got a champ right here.
Gary Andrew and Russell didn't hold back in his praise for Pacquiao, especially given his age. He was impressed by how Manny not only kept pace with a younger fighter, but also outboxed him with intelligence and hustle. Russell asserted confidently that Pacquiao won at least 8 rounds and dominated most of the exchanges. He pointed to Manny's consistent footwork, quick reflexes, and non-stop punch output as clear evidence that he deserved the victory.
The entertainer fight, Father Time didn't show in Manny Pacquiao. A lot of people thought his age was going to catch up with him. It didn't play a part at all in that fight. He was fast, he was strong, he was in shape, and he didn't show any kinks in his armor. I'm proud of him. To many more Manny Pacquiao, I took my hat off.
Who would you love to see him fight next?
Honestly, I would like to see a rematch. I would like to see a rematch. Why? Because I don't know a legitimate decision. So, but it is what it is,
What do you think Mario could have done better to actually sway people to believe this was a draw?
He's been more active. I feel like
Boxing experts and commentators didn't hold back in criticizing the outcome, labeling it a blatant injustice. Many saw this bout as a golden opportunity for Pacquiao to cement his legacy by winning a world title at age 46. That the judges denied him this chance, despite what many felt was a clear performance worthy of victory, sparked outrage. Analysts pointed out a major disconnect between the official scoring and what actually happened in the ring, reigniting calls for serious changes in how professional bouts are judged.
Robbery. They robbed Manny Pacquiao, the 8th division world champion, 5-time lineal, should be 13-time world champion, the ambassador, the senator, the humanitarian, the greatest karaoke singer of them all, the GOAT, Manny Pacquiao. And did he show he was the GOAT last night? You know, thinking about it, Barrios spoke good. Spoke good. But he fight like a legend. He fight like a legend. There's a reason why I believe that Manny Pacquiao owes him his white jeans after the white jeans. That he can come back into the sport of boxing, especially in the 147 pound division. 147 pound division is unless Manny Pacquiao was there. Manny Pacquiao was so good that these guys haven't even done significant. Nobody has done nothing significantly great outside of Bud Crawford beating Earl the True Spence. In the time that Manny Pacquiao been out, nobody has done anything significantly great. It makes guys like Manny Pacquiao want to come back to the sport of boxing and fix this garbage. Let me go back to the sport of boxing. That's what we're talking about right now in the welterweight division, the rematch between Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. And Manny Pacquiao will be Floyd Mayweather in the rematch. I said it. I like Floyd, the legendary fighter, but I believe how Manny Pacquiao fought yesterday. You haven't seen Floyd Mayweather, I know he's still in shape. But this Manny Pacquiao and the footwork that he displayed yesterday, and like he said in the post-fight interview, he threw a little bit more punch, but of course he's 46 years old. But I'm just saying, even at 46 years old, he's better than all these guys. He'll knock out them niggas like Rogan, worse than Barrios.
Boxing enthusiasts across the globe were left shocked by the verdict, flooding social media with disappointment and disbelief. One particularly striking post read, "He landed more, dictated the tempo, chased him down, and still didn't get the win. This isn't just about Manny, it's a loss for boxing." That sentiment captured what many felt. This wasn't merely about a fighter being denied, but about a sport losing credibility. With controversial outcomes becoming increasingly frequent, especially in marquee matches, fans and analysts alike have started questioning the integrity of scoring. In the case of Pacquiao versus Barrios, the result added a growing concern that judging inconsistencies are slowly eroding trust in the sport and pushing longtime supporters away in search of fairness and clarity.
Manny Pacquiao, Mario Barrios ends in a draw. Oh, it's musty.
The hatred.
Musty energy.
First and foremost, Gervonta Tank Davis' resume is aging like spoiled milk. His resume is just being absolutely disgusting. Two of his best wins, Mario Barrios and Ryan Garcia, both of them got cooked. Manny Pacquiao is 46 years old and went through that just to get a draw. I thought Manny Pacquiao won the fight. Mario Barrios, it might be time to retire, my brother. This is back-to-back draws, bro. Back-to-back draws for Mario Barrios. This is absolutely musty at the highest level. Mario Barrios just in there with no sense of urgency. Could not stop Manny Pacquiao. Pacquiao, 46 years old. The second round, his check engine light came on for his knees. Check engine light came on for his back. Pacquiao did not want nothing to go down to the body. Mario Barrios just went life and death with a 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao. Bro, I'm absolutely disgusted, man. Mario Barrios is officially food at 147. That's why everybody just jumped in line. I wouldn't be surprised Shakur Stevenson want to fight Mario Barrios. Bro, I would not be surprised if Inoue want to fight Mario Barrios. That's right, Inoue coming up all the way to 147 to fight Mario Barrios. This is just nasty at the highest level. Get it together, PBC. And they paid $90 for that. Y'all paid $90 for that, bro. Lord, bro, Lord. We streaming the Fire stick boys back outside. That's the chiller killer.
The hatred.
sentiment echoed across social media, with countless viewers arguing that Pacquiao had done more than enough to win the victory, only to be denied by questionable judging. Several independent round-by-round reviews supported this view, showing Pacquiao consistently landing more accurate punches and maintaining a higher work rate, factors that somehow didn't seem to register on the official scorecards. Analysts pointed out that at the very least, Pacquiao should have received a split decision nod, if not a unanimous one. The situation only fueled suspicions that the scoring lacked objectivity. Criticism also extended to Barrios' performance. Many within the boxing community were surprised by his reserved approach. Rather than taking control and setting pace, especially against an older opponent, Barrios appeared cautious and reactive. His reluctance to engage allowed Pacquiao to appear as the aggressor throughout much of the fight, strengthening the argument that the veteran fighter was a rightful winner.
Barrios, embarrassing performance, but a good performance for Pacquiao considering what had happened. Cook me all you want in the comments. I blame this more on Mario Barrios, just not. He's the worst. Jinky Pacquiao did a great job matchmaking this. He is by far the worst champion, world champion I've seen in boxing in a very long time. Mario Barrios did absolutely zero. He'd hurt Manny, I think in around round 11, and he let him off the hook, didn't do anything. He'd hurt him to the body one other time, and he looked really good in the first round. Horrible performance by Mario Barrios. How he got a draw, I wouldn't have given him a draw. I had Pacquiao ahead. And I thought for sure, even if it was close, to give it to Pacquiao and get him a draw. Majority draw. I'm not going to say that I'm not shocked, but I think it was the best case scenario for Manny. And Barrios got lucky. It was the best case scenario for Manny because it moves the division forward a little bit, but he didn't look that bad. Barrios looks horrible. If he was in there with Brian Norman Jr., he would have been KO'd, or God forbid he was in with boots. Manny, I know people are still going to say, look, Manny won. Manny did not look good. That's to tell you how bad Barrios is. He didn't look good at all. His punches were sloppy. He was slow. He didn't look effective. I don't care what anybody says. That's what I saw. Granted, he's 46 years old.
Manny Robles broke down the fight from a technical perspective, highlighting Pacquiao's exceptional use of footwork to manage distance and create sharp angles. He noted that very few fighters, especially at age 46, can perform at that higher level, let alone dictate the action so consistently. Robles expressed hope that Pacquiao would return to the ring, calling him a vital presence whose energy and passion still elevate the sport. Online, fans widely echoed the sentiment. Many believe Pacquiao had done more than enough to win and voiced disappointment over Barrios' reserve performance. Viewers questioned how a fighter showing so little urgency, especially against a veteran opponent, could walk away with a decision that felt unearned. They argued that Barrios let a major opportunity slip away and failed to make a strong statement in a fight where the pressure was on him.
It was a very... this Manny Pacquiao? Manny won. Yeah. Manny won. He should be up, man. I honestly thought that Barrios was gonna win big, and Manny showed up, man. Manny, I was pulling for Manny, and I was hoping to see. Look, Manny back in his prime. Yeah, he was the bomb. But it's still Manny didn't use that a draw.
You think Manny will come back again?
I hope so. After this performance, I sure hope so.
Guerrero spoke with emotion, but remained level-headed in his analysis. He pointed out the way the crowd erupted during Pacquiao's offensive flurries and how the momentum inside the arena clearly favored the Filipino legend. For Guerrero, even though the official judges didn't award the victory to Manny, the overwhelming reaction from those in attendance told a different story. To him, it was obvious Pacquiao was a true crowd favorite, and in the eyes of fans, the rightful winner that night.
But everybody loves Manny, come on. Everybody loves Manny, no matter what. You know, I think he edged it out. I think he won it by a round or two. So, you know, I just think Mario Barrios needs to use the jab a lot more. We need a pump. That single jab, it's kind of tough to get, you know, to keep Manny off with his speed, his power, single jab.
content is on the